Hi, this is Lada from astrolada.com with your November 2018 horoscopes. And this month is something else. I mean, there's so many amazing shifts that are starting to happen from November. The energy is changing and we're all going to feel it collectively. Jupiter is moving from Scorpio into Sagittarius, and usually the influence of a planet moving from one sign into another is most powerful at the beginning and also at the end when it's leaving. So Jupiter will make some gift to all of us in regards to Scorpio, where we've worked hard over the last 1 year. But this time, when Jupiter enters into Sagittarius, things will start happening much easier because Sagittarius is the sign of Jupiter. Things will start flowing naturally, more positively. While Jupiter was in Scorpio, it still gave us, but through some crisis first, through some, because it's the nature of Scorpio, some crisis, or first the death of something old, so Jupiter can give birth to something new, because Scorpio is this sign about death and rebirth. So it was, yes, it gave us some expansion as well and some growth, but through more extreme ways, circumstances, through crisis of some sort. While Jupiter going to Sagittarius, wow, I mean, it's in its own sign, expansion threefold. And you're going to start feeling it from November, all of us. So we're going to speak about Jupiter, how it's going to affect you for the next 1 year in different, according to your sign. We're going to speak about the nodes, the karmic nodes where fate is changing. They're changing signs as well. I'm going to say a few quick words about what it means for you for the next year and how, what fated events are going to be happening in your life. There is also triple manifestation this month. And I'm going to speak about it. This is according to ancient Gemini astrology. There will be a trigger of 4 houses for every person that can manifest very powerfully. So this month is really happening. It can be extremely positive. There's some difficult influences as well we'll talk about. But just to let you know that I'm doing a webinar with April on Jupiter in Sagittarius on the 9th of November. It's only $29 if you come early. And if you sign it now, or $39 if you want us to look at your chart and send you an email with what Jupiter will specifically affect you, so you know which part of the webinar is most relevant for you. And also, it's going to be very in-depth, we're going to follow everything. And also, early bird announcement for the 2019 horoscopes. Each one will be about an hour and a half long, in-depth, with days of birth, with month-by-month prediction, with everything will be I've been working on those, and I'll be working for a couple of months. And they're coming out in the middle of November. And if you order from now till the middle of November, one sign is $3.99, or all 12 signs for about $15.99. So amazing things, exciting things ahead. And let's start with the predictions. Taurus, rising, sun or moon. Jupiter is moving out of your 7th house now in November around the 9th, and it's moving into the 8th. But as always, when a planet leaves a sign, it can have a very strong impact and basically give you its full results and manifestation of some sort. So it can make you a little gift in regards to the 7th house, in regards to completing some important business contract or agreement, or signing something, or in regards to some personal relationship. 7th house rules relationship, or something good happening in the life of your spouse or business partner that benefits you in some way, that brings you expansion, or meeting someone benevolent, beneficial for you in some way. And Jupiter is moving into your 8th house, where it's going to stay till November 2019, which means over the next 12 months, there will be expansion and growth that comes to you through others. So you can benefit, for example, if you've made investments in pooled money resources of some sort, you're going to start seeing money coming back. Actually, your financial situation can improve threefold or even more, dramatically can improve, especially if your ascendant sign is Taurus over the next year. And especially if you have some investments or some mutual resources with another person. On another level, sometimes I've seen it, if a person is going through a divorce, they receive when Jupiter transits in its own sign in the 8th house, they can get a big payout or big chunk of the mutual resources. Or if you're in business partnership, this business partnership will grow, or it might be some collaboration of sort, but it will grow your assets, your resources, it will grow your financial situation. But by combining your qualities or skills or talents or resources and money with another person, this is what's going to be growing it over the next 1 year. Or also it can mean that your spouse can suddenly, a partner can contribute financially and morally in a big way as a support for you. Or if you're looking for sponsors, if you're looking for a loan of some sort, if you're looking for someone to invest in some idea of yours, you will easily attract and find the right resources starting from November. Actually, in November, that's very strong manifestation because Jupiter and Mercury are double activating that sign. According to ancient Gemini astrology, when Jupiter and Mercury both activate a sign and the rule of that sign, it gives a lot. So already in November, after Jupiter enters Sagittarius, so after the 10th of November onwards, 9th, till the end of November, you can, for example, receive some money from alimony, or you can receive, or even play the lottery or in some kind of stock. If you have money invested in stocks, it can pay off to you in some way. Or if you, for example, some business partnership can bring you money, or money can come to you as a present from another person or from another source, or some insurance or taxes can help you with money, can help you with hidden money that you benefit through that in some way, or something to do with inheritances as well. It's not unlikely that some inheritance can get triggered, and it can be a sign actually in November if you receive something from someone financially, materially, as a support. Someone comes and helps you in some way. It doesn't always have to be money. It can be just in some other way, because 8th house is what we receive from others. Watch out for this, because November it will be very telling how the whole next 12 months will be, because there is already the double, triple activation of this 8th house starting after the 8th, 9th of November. So if you receive even something small till the end of November from another support or a loan, or if you ask for help and you receive it, that's a very good sign for you that it can be much bigger after that. On another level, 8th house is intimacy, sexual intimacy. It can increase, it can deepen, it can, actually Jupiter is a very healing planet, so it can lead to some kind of almost like a liberation and how do I say, like a renewal of life force energies, the 8th house, when Jupiter is there, like your life force energy can be renewed because of intimacy, or because like sexual healing, or because of new inspirations that are coming to you, because that's, of course, is Jupiter. It brings new things. But of course, also 8th house, though Jupiter can bring you big fortune over the next 12 months, through some crisis, like something happens, like some catastrophe, or like some breakup, or something that kind of feels scary at first, but actually becomes beneficial for you and you benefit from it. And of course, it's this triple manifestation already in November can activate ability to procreate or to get pregnant, because 8th house is to conceive as well, for those of you who are interested. But at the same time, Jupiter and Mercury double activate also your 2nd house in November, and your 11th and your 5th houses. The special aspects, this is not Western astrology I'm talking to you, it's Gemini astrology, also based on tropical zodiac as it was created. And it's too complicated to explain to you, but basically all those 4 signs are activated for positive manifestation in your life, Taurus. So money as well, 2nd house is your money, resources, receiving something beautiful, something that you appreciate, that something that you find valuable and it's tangible in nature. Also 11th house, powerful positive manifestation in the last 20 days of November through friends, maybe meeting new friends or benefactors of some sort, and gains. 11th house is gains, social economic gains, titles, recognition, receiving some kind of reward for something as well. And very busy, active social life. 11th house is networks, creating some network that's beneficial for you and others as well. Meeting the right people. There's activation that, plus 5th house is activated the last 20 days of November. Fifth house is having fun, enjoying yourself, celebrations, good things activated in regards to your children or some creative project. And of course, this can impact you positively for gains, for recognition, for mutual and other people's resources of some sort. And also for lovers, fifth house can also activate a few good dates or enjoyable romantic encounters of some sort. So that's good for you, especially for Taurus ascendant people. We're talking here. That's very strong. The Gemini works through the ascendant. All right, and we have another important event happening. This is that the nodes are changing signs, and they're going to change now into Cancer, and Cancer is your third house, and they're going to go into your ninth house as well, isn't it? Yes, they're going to go into Capricorn and Cancer. It means that the fated events in your life over the next year and a half will be happening in more different areas of life. I'm not going to go too much in depth because I'm doing this into the yearly videos where I'm talking way more in depth about it. But basically, you can gonna start benefiting materially and you're gonna start becoming much more ambitious and passionate about creating new contacts, about learning new skills, marketing, communications, writing, speaking. You're going to develop those areas a lot. And you actually can change your social status because wherever Rahu transits, we can have a sudden jump by not following the traditional steps, step by step, but suddenly going from one social position to another. So you can have a sudden jump in your social and socio-economic conditions through third house activities. Which I said through short trips, through business, commercial activities, through marketing, advertising, writing, speaking, learning skills of some sort. While you might have to let go of certain ninth house things, which means more global view. You might have to, if you've been studying and learning till now some philosophy or knowledge, instead of continuing that, you have to focus in and apply it practically and start using it practically through Rahu in the ninth house. But you might have to let go of certain belief systems. You might have to let go of certain more, let's say, unnecessary and that have outlived their values and their use for you outlooks on life, basically. And get your hands dirty, so to speak, because third house is to do something with your bare hands, not just to philosophize, theorize. This is the ninth house. The ninth house is you've been making plans and visions, and now you might have to abandon those plans and visions or stop being from there and just jump in there and get your hands dirty over the next 2.5 years. That's a great position for the North Node, by the way. But Rahu in the North Node, like we know, it has its dark side, so you have to be careful not to be used and manipulated by third house people like siblings, brothers, neighbors, but we'll speak more about that in the 2019 videos. Also, what else is happening is that Venus is turning direct on the 15th, I think it was. Yes, on the 16th of November, and that's your planet. So if things were some kind of slowed down and moving backwards for a little bit for you, Taurus, or a bit more complicated, they'll start improving gradually, and they'll start, from the middle of November. And you'll see this whole shift from the middle of November anyway, with the nodes moving to a different sign. With your focus changing so dramatically from one area in life to another, and you're starting to manifest very differently. So thank you so much, and if you want more details, check out the Sagittarius, Jupiter and Sagittarius webinar I'm doing with April with personal charts for everyone that chooses that option. And also check out or pre-order your 2019 video horoscopes that I'm working for a month already and another month ahead. So they're very much in depth. Thank you.